Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a video on a bag that's new to me that I've really enjoyed using. But first I want to show you the bag that I'm using today. This is the Reversible Tote in the pattern Blue Rhapsody. I also have this bag style in Symphony and hue that I've used several times and really like. I decided to get it in this color palette because it's just so vibrant, beautiful, bright. There are many words that I can use to describe this pattern. It's just gorgeous. It reminds me of a rainforest. So, and my favorite color is blue, so to have many shades of blue chalked up into one beautiful pattern is just really exciting. I also really like to use this bag because the outside pockets fits my larger smartphone, which is kind of rare for some of the older vintage style Vera Bradley bags. Most of the pockets are really small and don't fit today's smartphone, but this bag does. So in this pocket, I currently have my keys, and in this other slip pocket, I have my hand sanitizer and chapstick, which those are two things that I would prefer not to go anywhere without. I always have my chapstick, even if I'm just carrying my zip ID, I'll put my chapstick in there, and I'm constantly putting on hand sanitizer and or washing my hands. So it's really important to have those two things with me, and having them in an easy to get to outside slip pocket is great. But I took my keys out of here so I can show you that my iPhone 10 or iPhone X, as it's sometimes called, fits into this pocket perfectly. Yes, it does stick out just a little bit. It's in there really well, and it comes out in and out really easily. I know some people don't like their phone in an outside slip, especially if it sticks up, but to me, I can put this on over my shoulder. I picked the perfect color of shirt to wear today because it almost matches with the background there. So I can put this over my shoulder, and it's going to be really easy for me to get to, and then put right back in there and know that it's right there. I can look down and see it. It's just a really great pocket for your smartphone. Now, if you have one of those extra large iPhones, like the iPhone, I don't even know the names of them today. I had an old one right up until I got this one. But there are like the plus sizes. There's like the bigger, like they call it iPhone something plus. I don't know that you can get it into this. I mean, I have a little bit of wiggle room with this one here, so you can see the front. I mean, I have a little bit of wiggle room with that in there, but I'm just not sure if you could fit the extra big smartphones in this slip pocket. And if you have anything smaller than this one, as you could see, maybe I have really small hands, but here's a size comparison to my hand. So my whole hand and wrist can fit into this pocket with ease. But yeah, if you have a phone, smartphone, whatever kind of phone that's smaller than this, it's gonna fit in there really nicely. That also goes for the interior pockets. So since this bag is a reversible bag, you have the same pocket construction on the inside. You're gonna get a good peek at everything that I have in here. To me, this is a large size bag. To others, it might be a medium size bag. I can get more in this bag, in this purse, than a lot of my other purses. The only thing that I have with me that doesn't fit in here is my tablet, but that's only because I have the extra large tablet. So, and that doesn't bother me because I have my phone, I don't always take my tablet everywhere with me. So that's not a problem to me. Everything else and more fits into this reversible tote. So as I was saying, since it is a reversible bag, you have the same pocket construction. So you have a slip over there. As you can see, my pen and that white item in there is a travel deodorant. And on the other side, you can see my sunglasses fit in there. So I'm going to take my sunglasses out and put my phone in that slip pocket on the inside. So in case you want a little extra security and your phone happens to fit in these pockets, you can always slip it on in the inside pocket there, as you can see. To me, like I said, I like my phone to be accessible, easily accessible, so it fits in that pocket. And the color of case that I got makes it blend in pretty well there, so that's great. So I just want to show you the inside of this bag. Sometimes it varies what I carry. I typically just carry the bare minimum essentials in my purses, but sometimes if I'm carrying a purse that's a little bit larger, I will carry those extra items that I want in my bag. So for example, I have a book in there, and it fits really nicely, super easy to get out, super easy to put back, and believe it or not, I could fit more down in here if I wanted to. So I'll just give you another look at what I have. You can see some feminine products in the back here. I also have my medium cosmetic and small cosmetic from the cosmetic trio. My wallet is, and I'm not sure if I've shown this in a video yet, I have the Zip ID in the pattern Sure Thing, but it's a special version of the Zip ID case. It's one with an embroidered sea turtle on it. I found this at Dillard's. They had a box at the very bottom of a shelf with Vera Bradley on it, filled with Sail Vera. This was at the very bottom, so I was just digging through and I found this. This was the only one. I grabbed it. It was half off. I was super excited. I wasn't sure that I was going to ever get anything in Sure Thing, but this really appealed to me, especially with the embroidered turtle on it. I love it. So ever since I got this, which was a couple weeks ago now, I haven't switched. And usually I switch my ID cases like almost every day or every other day or something. I haven't been compelled to switch since I got this one. So anyway, that's my wallet, and that fits really well in here. I'm telling you though, if you have a larger wallet, I don't have anything with me right now, but I'm going to do a video on a larger wallet that I found on eBay that I'm really excited to try, and I'm almost positive just by looking at this that it's going to fit in here. So if you have a larger wallet, it will fit in this bag just by looking at how big it opens. You can see how much room I have, and the base of the bag, as you can see, is bigger than the top of the bag, so your larger items would fit lengthwise very nicely at the bottom. As you can see, I have a book in there, and it's a decent sized book in length at least, so you can see that fits really, really well. I have some other miscellaneous items in there, like a small notebook, a pack of tissues, pens, pencils. You can see a good sized bottle of lotion back there, hair tie. I mean, you name it, I can fit it in this bag. That's why I really like it. Another thing I really, really like about the reversible tote is that everything I have in there stays organized throughout the day, whether I have this on my shoulder and I'm moving around, when I sit it down, everything stays super organized. Things don't get messed up in there for some reason. Even though there is very little organization in terms of pocket structure, all of my stuff stays really well organized in there. And you have a really strong magnetic closure that stays together really well. Even though I'm somewhat moderately pulling at this, it's not opening. You really have to grab it and open it. So if you're worried about this bag not being secure, I'm telling you, I've been a lot of places with this bag, like stores and places where there are crowds, lots of people. I have this under my shoulder like this. It's very secure. My arm is gonna fall right here. The magnet is nice and strong. Even if you're worried about the back, like someone maybe, taking their hand and trying to get in there. First of all, I'd like to think that I would feel that, but there's not even a big enough closure. I have tiny hands and my hands still struggle to fit in there. And by that time, if someone even tried to do that, I would feel it. But I'm not worried about this being a magnetic closure. To me, this is almost as good as a zip closure. Of course, not perfect, because a zip you can't beat a zip closure. The whole thing is going to be closed and controlled by one zipper or two zippers. But this is really convenient to me because I can open it up while it's on my shoulder. I can search for things that I need. Okay, let's see. I want my wallet. I'm going to pull it out. Or I want my lotion. I'm going to pull it out. It's just so easy, and stuff continues to stay really organized. I struggle sometimes picking a favorite bag because as soon as I hop into a bag, I'm like, oh my god, this is my favorite. And then I go back to my Morgan and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is my favorite, or my Stephanie, you know, it's a cycle, but they're all really different in their own ways and very functional in their own ways. So right now I'm using this bag and I love it. I don't want to change out of it because it just fits everything perfectly. So the first 10 minutes of this video is me raving about the Reversible Tote and Blue Rhapsody. It is a retired bag and style, but I found this on eBay for a really, really good price. It is used. There is slight signs of use, but I'm really happy with it. And it actually came from a city adjacent to me, so it took a day to get here, which was even more exciting. So today's video is actually about a bag that's new to me. So I used this old style on the go in Symphony and Hue for about a week, and I did take it a lot of different places with me, so I feel like I can give an honest review of my experience with it. It feels so much smaller after holding this one. As you can see, I'll try to back up a little bit here. This is a lot bigger. Not by much, but a lot bigger in a lot of regards. The reason why I really like this bag, which I think it's somewhat comparable to the Reversible Tote, but it's a crossbody bag. So it could be transformed into a shoulder bag, or it could cross over. And I really enjoy it because it's the perfect size. It fits all of my necessities. I think it fits everything that's in there, actually, including the book. And it can go crossbody. So it's a really, really nice bag. And I really enjoyed using it. I traveled back home recently, and I went to the store. I went all over with this thing. So I'm going to fill it up with my stuff and show you what it looks like. So first, we're going to start with my phone. Now, the side pockets here, which, as you can see, it looks like there might be an additional pocket with the way this is structured and sewn, but it's just for looks. It's just a nice little flap that's sewn to the pocket itself. My iPhone 10 is not gonna fit in here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my goodness, it does fit. I haven't tried that yet. Okay, so scratch that. My iPhone does fit in there. It is a little more snug than the Reversible Tote. I have a little bit of wiggle room with that one. This one is pretty snug, and it sticks up a little bit more. Oh, my hair. But I still wouldn't put it in this pocket, even though I just found out it fits. I actually keep it in this back zippered pocket, which goes the length of the bag, or the width, I'm sorry. And it's really easy to zip up and secure. And honestly, the main reason why I switched out of this and into the Reversible Tote as well is because, well, one of the reasons is I did wash this, because I'm not gonna lie to you, when I got it in the mail, it was in like new condition, and I just started using it right away. I didn't wash it. It didn't have an odor, it didn't have any stains. I know that I don't know where it came from necessarily. It came from a really nice seller. I know that for sure, but I didn't wash it for the week that I used it, but it did go through the wash yesterday morning, I believe, and I let it dry all day long, and so now it's nice and clean and smells great. But I was just so excited. I just wanted to use it so bad that I couldn't wait. So before I start filling it with stuff, it does have a hard cardboard base, and there are 2 slips that you can put it through on the inside. So if you do get this bag, or if you have it already and you want to wash it, please make sure to take that base out so it doesn't crumble, because that's happened to me. I had a bag, I had to wash it, and I forgot to take the cardboard base out, and the cardboard crumbled and got all over the surface of the bag that I was washing at the time. And I literally had to pick out clumps of cardboard, and it was a bigger bag too. I had to pick out the clumps of cardboard and then rewash the bag to get all of the stuff off of it. So you're gonna wash this, take out the cardboard. So let's start with the exterior pockets, which there are only 2 on the reversible tote. So I am gonna put my hand sanitizer in one, and I actually like to put my chapstick back here with my phone. I don't know why, that's just where I like it to land when I'm using this bag style. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna take the book out for a second and just grab my necessities here. My sunglasses are gonna go in one of the 3 slip pockets. Now, it's gonna be a little bit, okay, here we go. So as you can see, the slip pocket in the middle is a lot smaller than the 2 that flank it on either side. So you can see sorry, that's my washing machine. You can see that the ones on the outside are a little bit larger. It can accommodate a big pair of sunglasses. They do stick up a little bit, but I have had 0 problems with it falling out. It stays in that pocket really well. So for the middle pocket, you could probably guess what I'm going to put in there. Okay. I am going to use it for my pens and pencil. I might have to put this on the floor, empty it out real quick, and I'll still show you everything that I'm putting in there. Just a little bit easier to grab with everything out in front of me. So I'll put this little beauty in the background because it's so pretty. Okay, so I have some pens, a pencil, and a little travel perfume, and those all fit in this little middle pocket very well. I'll show you what that looks like. There. And then in that third one, I put a couple of different things. So I have a hair pick that I like to carry around with me. It's a mini one, and this goes in the other slip pocket, so you can see the purple handle there. And then another thing that I like to put on there, I usually put my medication in there, right behind it. I feel like there's one more thing that usually goes in there. I think it's the lotion. I think I either put this in this pocket, or sometimes if I'm using it, I'll just throw it into the body of the bag. But it does fit in there, as you can see. So all 3 of those slip pockets are full now. There is no other pockets on the inside, just those 3. I believe on the iteration of the On The Go that comes after this one does have an interior zip. This one doesn't, and honestly, it doesn't bother me, and I'll tell you why. Because it has an exterior zip. Like I said, this is the old original iteration of the On The Go bag. The ones that come after that, this one, I believe, have the interior zip and still have the exterior zip pocket as well. I did have the On The Go and Heirloom Paisley. It was a newer style. Honestly, I didn't like it, and I think it was because it had the nylon lining. It just wasn't appealing for me. This one I love, and I actually called it my favorite bag last week when I was using it. I have a ton of favorite bags, I guess. And it's just because it's a nice small to medium size, it's compact, and it still has a lot of functional pockets. So, and I love the stripe that goes down the middle there with the trim. That's one of my favorite parts. And I think that's why this is my favorite iteration of the On The Go, because of that trim. And I apologize for the noise out there. It sounds like someone's weed whacking outside. Okay, so now I think we're ready to stuff the interior of the bag. So I'll show you that again. You can see the base in there is the exterior pattern and the very pretty daisies of Symphony and Hue. I just love this pattern. So in the other outside slip pocket, I will put, if I can get it out here, my keys for easy accessibility. So I have my hand sanitizer in this one, keys in this one. And I know these pockets are really small, but I could at least get my fingers down in there to grab the items, so it's not an issue at all. I haven't had any problems getting stuff out of these pockets. Okay, so first I'm going to put my medium cosmetic of the cosmetic trio in here, and this just has my chargers in it and my business cards. Then I'm going to put the small cosmetic of the cosmetic trio, and these are both in the pattern Symphony and Hue. In this one, I just have Band-Aids, floss picks, coupons, nail clippers, and a nail file. So just little items like that down in there. A pack of Kleenex and feminine products. My wallet. There's no rhyme or reason to how I organized this either. I just kind of put everything in there. I also have a little notebook that goes down in there, which I sometimes actually keep this one off to the side. Hair tie. And I don't always carry my book with me, but sometimes if I know that I'll have extra time to sit down and read, I will bring this. And this I slip right into the back of the bag with ease. And so now you can get an idea of everything you can fit in here. So you can see the 3 slip pockets are full. We've got the book, medium cosmetic, small cosmetic, hair tie, feminine products. My wallet is in the front. The notebook, if I haven't said that already. And there is room for more. As you can see, here's the top of the bag. There is room for more. And so I will zip this up. Actually, I have my glasses case right here. So this is the double eye glasses case in heirloom paisley. And I just stuck that right behind the book. It's empty, but kind of get the idea. And remember, my phone lives in this back zip. Fits really nicely, so if you do have a really big smartphone, it's gonna fit in this back zippered pocket, even though this is a smaller on the go style. So first I have it set in crossbody mode, so I'll show you what it looks like on crossbody. Just a note here, these are the tortoiseshell buckles, and it might look like I haven't extended this down to its full length capacity, but it stops right here actually because you have all this extra fabric that, oh, I actually forgot my deodorant. Hey, kitties, stop it. Stop it. My cats are fighting, sorry about that. So my deodorant is actually gonna go back here too, so you can see that. Sorry about that. My one cat was sleeping and my other troublemaking cat jumped up on the chair and bit him, so we've got fighting cats. Lots of noise outside. I apologize for that. So, yeah, it doesn't go all the way down to this tortoiseshell buckle. It stops right there because there's all this extra fabric. I'm not quite sure why, but it doesn't bother me. I also want to say something else real quick before I do try it on crossbody. I posted this bag in the group Vera Bradley Buzz, and I got a comment from someone that said that the crossbody function doesn't necessarily fit everybody, that the strap is not long enough for other people. I'm really short, so this crossbody fits me okay, but if you're taller, like I'm 5'2", so I don't know, I'm trying to guess here. If you're 5'8", 5'9", I'm not sure if this is gonna fall where you want it crossbody. Everybody's different, so it might not. I apologize, I was cut off by a phone call. Anyway, like I was saying, if you're taller, this might not fall where you want it to fall crossbody. And also, if you're plus size, it might not fall where you want it to fall crossbody. So that's the point she was making in the comment, which I wasn't sure about. And she also confirmed with the newer on-the-go styles, which I believe starts after this one and onward, the strap is longer. So I think it does accommodate taller people and plus size people. So I'm going to show you what this looks like on me. I have it extended all the way that it can go for a crossbody mode. And so that's where it falls on me. It falls right on top of my hip. Kitties, be nice to each other over there. So that's what it looks like on me. That's a comfortable place for me, crossbody. I'm just watching my cats because they're trying to murder each other over there. So if you hear meowing, that's what that is. So now I'm gonna put it to shoulder bag mode here. Okay, so I have it all the way at the opposite end, and it falls at a really nice place, in my opinion, I think. So that's what it looks like, shoulder bag mode. And it's just a really flattering looking bag. It's just a really good size. I feel like you can carry all of your necessities in here with room to spare, and it still looks really, really nice on. So as you can see, it's completely full in there. And as I lift up this fabric, there's room for more. Another thing, a really important thing that I forgot to mention, this is a vintage style. So with this bag, you are getting quilted pockets, quilted interior, you're getting an interior pattern, you're getting a hard base, you're getting a nice wide strap, you're getting the tortoiseshell buckles, which I really, really like. I've never had any, I have had things with this in the past, but I like the tortoiseshell buckle. So there's really no metal hardware on here. It's just great. So I'm so obsessed with this bag that I did find another one on sale, which I'm waiting for that one to come in a pattern that I've never had before. So hopefully if I get some time to sit down and do a video on that, I will do that. So I just wanted to show you what the old style on the go in Symphony and Hue looks like full and how it functions for me. So now that I've talked about this bag and filled it up, I want to talk about my experiences using it. So I think because it has this extra wide strap, which you usually don't see on bags nowadays, especially crossbody bags, you see the thinner, the straps that are less wide. This was really comfortable to carry. So my longest period of time at once carrying this bag was probably for 3 hours straight. It was comfortable the whole time that I carried it. Now, when I did carry it, I didn't have the book in there because I didn't need it. So that I took out. And I actually took out my card pouch, or my cord pouch as well. So basically everything that's in here is my flash drive, my iPad charger, my headphones, and my phone charger. At the time, I didn't need this. I feel like it still would have been comfortable with this in here because it basically weighs nothing. But just because I thought, well, maybe if I get something that I want to put into my purse, I can have that extra room without the pouch in there. So I took it out, and as you could see half of the base at the bottom. So there is that much extra room in there. And also because it's that time of the month, I'm carrying a little bit extra in my purse, which sometimes I even carry Tylenol in there. So that extra room is also being taken up by those monthly things that I need. So it helped kind of taking this out as well. So I had that additional space, as you can see. And like I said, I carried it around for over 3 hours. It was very comfortable, and I believe it was because of the wide strap construction, and it's also thick. Especially if you use it shoulder bag mode, it's as if you have that double, because it's doubled because it's shoulder bag. But just look how thick that is. Perfect thickness. It was just very comfortable. And of course you have the nice soft zippers, and the on-the-go style is a little bit round at the top, at least this one is. So it's just a really flattering, very pretty bag. I had a great experience using it. If I were to rate this bag, I personally would give it a 10 out of 10 because of its functionality. The quality is 100%. It's just, you can't get better than these older styles. I mean, you got the beautiful quilting, you have the interior quilted, not only fabric, but you have the fabric quilted pockets as well. You just have these really unique designs that you can't find, at least in my opinion, with other brands. With the older Vera Bradley vintage styles, another reason why I would give this a 10 out of 10 is because of the thickness of the strap. Yes, I do believe Vera Bradley could have made the strap longer, but the good thing is they came out with other iterations of the on-the-go bag after they retired this iteration that fixed those problems. I just wish that the newer one like had that nice the nice border trim that went vertically, which I think the newer ones have it twice on either side, but I really like the one that goes down the middle. That's really big, stands out. I love the shape of it. It's a great bag, and it's a tribute to vintage Vera. It's just amazing. So I just wanted to do a not so quick video. Obviously this was really long and I got cut off at one point. I apologize for that, but I just wanted to kind of do a review on this, as there's not too many videos out there on the older style on the go, in case this is something you are interested in. Of course, I found this on Poshmark, which they could also probably be found on eBay or Mercari or one of those third-party sites. It is a retired style and a retired pattern, so those are the places that you would look for them if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching. I apologize that I'm not on here as much as I would like to anymore. I'm going to try to do better and to do more videos. I've also been trying to slow down on my Vera buying. Any Vera that I do buy, it's been really, really, cheap is not the word I want to use. Cheap just doesn't sound that good, but they've just been really, really good deals. I haven't bought anything new. As you can see, I've just been buying used bags, which I really, really love and enjoy, and hopefully going to give a home to some of my Vera Bradley bags, since I went through my collection, and I believe I talked about it in one of my last videos. I've trimmed my collection down a little bit to make room for some of my newer vintage style purchases. So hopefully I'll be back with a video to show you a pattern that's new to me that should be coming in the mail either this week or next week. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great week.